Hello and welcome back to another Hunger Games Simulator video. In this video, we have 24 different blue characters that were suggested by you guys. That's right, you! All these characters don't share much similarity other than the fact that they are blue. So they are competing to see who is the best blue character. Now, I've had so many amazing suggestions by you guys, so even if a character you suggested didn't make it into the video, I want to still give you a huge thank you because it was really tough trying to decide like which characters to include. So you guys all gave amazing suggestions. There will also be some minor spoilers to past Hunger Games videos just due to the fact that some of these contestants are returning. And if you like to see any of my other videos, you can go and check them out on a playlist on my channel where I have every single Hunger Games there, and I have like 70 something, I think. It's like kind of crazy. And just like I did last time, at the end of this video, I'm going to be telling you guys what color is going to be the theme for my next Hunger Games. So make sure you stick around till the end. And if you guys really do enjoy these videos and you want to see more of them, please make sure to subscribe. It really helps out a lot. So, if you want to see more, subscribe, like the video, do all that good stuff, and thank you. Anyways, let's just get into the contestants. The first contestant we have here is Blue from Blue's Clues. Makes sense you guys suggested her. Her name is literally Blue. And that's right, I said her. Because in case you didn't know, Blue is actually a girl. I don't know if you guys are as shocked as I was when I found that out. Because, I was flabbergasted. We're all just racist for thinking blue automatically equals boy. Then the second contestant is Bluey. And I hate all of you who suggested her, by the way, because I see Bluey literally everywhere. Like, everywhere I go, there's just always Bluey. But I knew it was inevitable that she would be in this video. And also, yeah, you heard me right. Bluey is also a girl. I might just be saying him sometimes throughout this video because the amount of times I just had to refilm that little introduction for Bluey because I kept saying him and he. Like, I don't know why I was gonna say he again. I was gonna say he literally just seems like a girl, but she literally seems like she seems like a boy. What am I saying? Bro, I'm actually so confused. My brain is rotting. But if I had a nickel for every time that there was a blue character named after the color she is and also commonly mistaken to be a boy, I'd have 2 nickels. And then the third contestant is Blue, who is another contestant whose name is basically just Blue, technically. And thank you to these amazing commenters who suggested him. Blue is actually returning from my Cartoon Network Hunger Games. He didn't really do much of note, except for somehow being able to kill Ben 10 and Samurai Jack in a fight. I don't know how he pulled that off, but he did just end up dying to the Grim Reaper later. And then we got another returning contestant, which is Stitch. It's perfect that you guys suggested him because the new live-action Stitch movie just came out, so he's trendy now. This is really good for the algorithm. He actually did really good, by the way. He got 4th place with 3 kills because he was in my Disney Hunger Games. He was low-key like a rabbit animal, like full-on menace. He even became friends with the evil queen at one point. Now, I'm sure him getting that close to victory only enraged him even more, so I would not want to be in his path right now. Like, look at him. He looks like he has rabies. Looks like he's not allowed within 20 miles of a school zone. The next contestant is Smurfette. Some people commented just saying Smurf, and for me to just choose which Smurf it is, and I decided to do Smurfette. And the next contestant is Sonic. Now, technically, you all suggested Sonic, but the Sonic that has appeared before was Sonic, so, yeah, I know. I'm aware that it's the most dead meme of all time. Now, Sonic has had a bit of a journey. So he first appeared in my Nintendo edition, and he didn't, really do that much, but he still got 7th place, which, that's pretty good, honestly. His life ended when Wario decapitated him with a sword. But after dying, he became Sonic.exe, and he was here to win it, but he got 2nd place. He ended up dying when he got trapped in the back rooms. But the back rooms changes people. You don't just leave the back rooms the same person you were when you enter the back rooms. So after that situation, he's now back in his regular, old, dead meme self. The next contestant is Genie, who is also a returning contestant. He was suggested by these amazing people. My guy Flutack over here said preferably not the Will Smith version. And as you can see, we got the Will Smith version. He's returning from the Disney edition where he was doing really good until he decided to try and escape the arena while he was in the top 2 contestants left. The next contestant is Hatsune Miku. She's the girl from Fortnite. I definitely didn't steal that joke from Flutack. But thank you everyone who suggested her to be here. I actually really like the vibe of Hatsune Miku. And the final returning contestant is Megaman. He's returning from my DreamWorks Hunger Games, and in that video, he was doing some villainous stuff. Even to the point where he had his own apprentice being O. He did both end up dying, but I'm happy you guys suggested him to come back in this video. to give him another chance. Also, to the person who suggested to add Megaman specifically from the sequel and not the original, I hope you burn in hell. The next contestant we have is Cookie Monster. Thank you to these commenters for suggesting him. He is a very iconic Blue character. It would have been weird to not have him in it. And next up we have Shadow Milk Cookie, who surprisingly had a lot of comments suggesting him. Like, considering I've never heard of him before. He's from Cookie Run Kingdom, and I almost didn't add him actually, but then I realized how I'd be missing a huge opportunity to not have a sentient cookie be in the same Hunger Games with Cookie Monster. The next contestant in District 6, we have Mystique. She's our superhero rep, and thank you to everyone who suggested her. I bet she's going to be really good in this video because she could low-key become anyone as a disguise. Next up in District 7, we have Sub-Zero. He was suggested by these amazing people. He's probably one of the most skilled fighters here, so that'll definitely give him an advantage. But speaking of skilled fighters, we have Chun-Li from Street Fighter, who's only suggested by Kevin Ritchie, and I feel like she's also perfect to put next to Sub-Zero. The next contestant is Huggy Wuggy. A lot of you guys suggested him, and some of you guys even pointed out how I didn't add him in my indie games Hunger Games, which you guys are so right about, so, you know, I figured I'd give him a chance to compete in this video. And the next contestant is Steve. Flint and Steel! The Nether. Now, this contestant is, like, a little confusing, right? Because I have had a Minecraft Steve appear in my Minecraft Hunger Games, but this Steve is a completely different Steve, okay? Like, maybe he's related in some way. I don't know, I didn't do a DNA test on him. The reason I decided the Jack Black Steve is the one to be in this video is just because a lot of you guys wanted to see specifically the Black Jack version. The Jack Black version, you know what I mean. Then District 9, we have Thomas the Train, or Thomas the Tank Engine, either works. And thank you to everyone who suggested him in the comments. Then also District 9, next up we got Sully, who you might have thought would be returning from my Pixar Hunger Games, but he actually wasn't in that one. Then we got my personal favorite in this video, because this show gives me so much nostalgia from my childhood. But we got Oswald the Octopus. Oh my god, was this show my thing back in the day. Like, especially those goofy Nickelodeon website games. Like, I love the one where you could feed the penguin a Jello with like a boot in it. Thank you, Jedi Jared, for suggesting Oswald. Like, this is such a good suggestion. Like, it's such a shout. Like, thank you so much. Then next up in District 10, we have Teardrop from BFDI. As I said in my Red Hunger Games, I tried to only keep it to one BFDI character, so I did the same for this video, and Teardrop just got the most suggestions out of all the BFDI people. Then the next contestant is Aqua, who was suggested by T-Monkey VR. The next contestant is such a sleeper pick, but it's Glowbox from Rayman Legends. This sleeper pick was suggested by Maybilg4471. Now we're reaching the end of the contestants list, but next up we have Doraemon, another anime character. He's suggested by Bold Bacon. And then the last contestant is Megaman, suggested by these commenters. Anyways, let's continue and see who will win the Hunger Games Simulator Blue Edition. Make sure to comment down below who you, yes, you, who you want to see win this video. So please let me know. I love seeing who you guys are rooting for. So comment it below and let's just get into the simulation. As the tributes stand on their podiums, the horn sounds. Blue rips the mace out of Blue's hands. Already the Blues are fighting. Glowbox finds a bow, some arrows, and a quiver. Aqua runs away from the cornucopia. Stitch takes a sickle from inside the cornucopia. I worry what he's gonna do with that. Probably eat it or something. Hatsune Miku runs away from the cornucopia. She has like the likability aspect to her. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like people won't want to kill her because like she just seems kind of chill. You know what I mean? Like, she can just like sing songs and stuff. Like, she's like the fun one. Like, why kill the one who's gonna give you a concert? Thomas the Train runs away from the cornucopia. Sully, Smurfette, Huggy Wuggy, and Megaman share everything they gathered before running. I just realized how, like, goofy Huggy Wuggy is. Like his name is Huggy Wuggy. Megaman's trying to, like, scout out who is next, his next apprentice is gonna be, you know? Sonic grabs a jar of fishing bait while Bluey gets fishing gear. Sonic, you know damn well you could have done both. Like, you're so fast. Teardrop grabs a fishing bait while Sub-Zero gets fishing gear. Oswald runs away from the cornucopia. Shadow Milk Cookie runs away from the cornucopia. Chun-Li runs to the cornucopia and hides. She sounds like me when I play Street Fighter. The crouch and punch technique. Steve and Cookie Monster fight for a bag. Steve gives up and retreats. You know what? That's so fair. Especially if there's any cookies in that bag. Megaman runs away from the cornucopia. Mystique snatches a bottle of alcohol and a rag. Genie and Doraemon fight for a bag. Doraemon gives up and retreats. Sub-Zero searches for firewood. I'm assuming he's cold all the time. Like, does he really need to be warmed up? Cookie Monster and Mystique hunt for other tributes. Interesting little alliance here. Megamind poisons Bluey's drink. She drinks it and dies. Let's freaking go, by the way. Thank you, Megamind. I see you enough at freaking Target. Aqua travels to higher ground. Genie goes hunting. Stitch tries to spear a fish with a trident. Thomas the Train explores the arena. Doraemon sprains his ankle running away from Sully. Yeah, I'd be horrified by freaking Sully if I was Doraemon. Megaman tries to sleep through the entire day. Hatsune Miku scares Oswald off. Oswald, why are you scared of Hatsune Miku? Smurfette steals from Shadow Milk Cookie while he isn't looking. Blue tries to spear a fish with a trident. Teardrop receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. And Sonic begs for Steve to kill him. He refuses, keeping Sonic alive. Chun-Li sprains her ankle running away from Huggy Wuggy. No matter how much fighting skills you have, Huggy Wuggy is still Huggy Wuggy. Like, look at that thing. You're gonna run no matter what. But spraining her ankle is kind of bad, though. Like, I feel like it's gonna ruin her fighting technique. And Blue begs for Glowbox to kill him. He refuses, keeping Blue alive. And another returning contestant who wants to die. One cannon shot being heard in the distance. Bluey. Teardrop receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Blue starts a fire. And Sonic dies of dysentery. Sonic just pooped himself to death. Cookie Monster, Oswald, and Stitch track down and kill Glowbox. How did Cookie Monster and Stitch manage to convince Oswald to go along with that? Like, did Oswald know what he was doing? Is there some evil behind that smile? Sub-Zero sees a fire but stays hidden. See, that's more like it. You don't want to melt, even though you're not made of ice, but like, I feel like it'll affect your ice powers, you know? Genie poisons Hatsune Miku's drink, but mistakes it for his own and dies! First of all, how dare you, Genie? Like, Hatsune Miku, she's just so chill. Like, she's here for the vibes. Like, how dare you try to just secretly poison her? See, the Genie, he's honestly so good that, like, the only way for him to lose is by him, like, self-destructing himself. He tried to escape the arena last time, and now he just accidentally drinks his own poison. And Doraemon dies from hypothermia. Doraemon needed the fire. Mystique, Sully, and Huggy Wuggy sleep in shifts. Shadow Milk Cookie, Blue, Steve, and Thomas the Train sleep in shifts. Aqua sees a fire but stays hidden. Megaman is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. Megamind tries to sing himself to sleep. I just realized we got 2 Megas in here, bro. Smurfette cries herself to sleep. And Chun-Li tends to her wounds. Yes, tend to that sprained ankle. Sully and Shadow Milk Cookie hunt for the tributes. Megaman defeats Hatsune Miku in a fight but spares her life. Cookie Monster questions his sanity. He's gone too long without a cookie. Shadow Milk Cookie, run! Smurfette tries to sleep the entire day. Steve, Chun-Li, Blue, and Blue hunt for other tributes. Megamind and Sub-Zero hunt for other tributes. Sub-Zero, I would not be trusting Megamind right now. Thomas the Train is pricked by thorns while picking berries. I mean, he's made out of metal. Like, I doubt that really hurt him that much. Huggy Wuggy, Oswald, Mystique, Teardrop, and Aqua hunt for other tributes. And Stitch receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. 4 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Sonic, Glowbox, Genie, and Doraemon. Stitch and Oswald sleep in shifts. Oswald, get away from Stitch, please! Don't be near this rabies monster. Blue goes to sleep. Megaman, Mystique, and Hatsune Miku cheerfully sing songs together. See, I knew it! I knew it! She would just be a vibe. She'll just be singing songs. And I'm happy Mystique and Megaman realized that. Like, Megaman just spared her life, and now is, like, singing songs with her. Huggy Wuggy and Teardrop sleep in shifts. Megamind poisons Shadow Milk Cookie's drink. He drinks it and dies. That's wild! Megamind with a second kill by poisoning someone's drink. He is so mischievous. Like, this is his thing. He betrays people. Thomas the Train is awoken by nightmares. Chun-Li stays awake all night. And Aqua thinks about winning. Cookie Monster is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. You got a lot of fur. I think you're chilling. Steve passes out from exhaustion. His hunger bar is low. Smurfette tries to treat her infection. Smurfette really just has no luck right now. Sub-Zero lets Blue into his shelter. Is Blue gonna be like his pet dog? And Sully screams for help, oh god. Megaman steals from Smurfette while she isn't looking. Man, poor Smurfette! Sub-Zero overhears Thomas the Train and Hatsune Miku talking in the distance. A little alliance, possibly? Sub-Zero, you should just join them. They'll just be singing. Teardrop receives clean water from an unknown sponsor, but Teardrop is clean water. Stitch, Sully, and Oswald hunt for other tributes. 2 rabies-looking creatures and then Oswald. Blue stalks Steve. Use your flint and steel.
Chicken jockey!
Huggy Wuggy travels to higher ground. Aqua and Cookie Monster split up to search for resources. The only resources Cookie Monster wants is cookies. Chun-Li overhears Megamind and Blue talking in the distance. You know, whenever Megamind's involved, something bad's about to happen. But this time it's with a previous contestant. Like maybe Blue isn't as naive as some of the new contenders, you know what I mean? And Mystique goes hunting. One cannon shot can be heard in the distance, and that's Shadow Milk Cookie. Smurfette, Sub-Zero, and Teardrop get into a fight. Smurfette triumphantly kills them both! And Smurfette, who's just been having no luck all game, getting her weapon stolen, getting an infection, she's the one who ends up winning the fight between Sub-Zero and Teardrop. Huggy Wuggy convinces Cookie Monster to snuggle with him. That weirdly fits. Thomas the Train stays awake all night. Blue receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Steve begs for Oswald to kill him. He refuses, keeping Steve alive. Out of all people to ask, you're asking Oswald?
Chicken jockey!
Hatsune Miku fends Blue, Megaman, and Megamind away from her fire. Why are they after Hatsune Miku like that? Chun-Li thinks about winning. Aqua and Stitch tell stories about themselves to each other. I'm surprised Aqua's that chill with Stitch. I'd run, honestly. And Sully pushes Mystique off a cliff during a knife fight. Megaman chases Blue. Aqua attempts to climb a tree, but falls on Megamind, killing them both. No way Megamind just died like that. Honestly, Aqua, you know, it really sucks for her, but she might have just saved everyone else. So Aqua really just took one for the team, even if it was by accident. Cookie Monster discovers a river. Hatsune Miku practices her archery. Ooh, she's starting to get into battle mode. Chun-Li begs for Huggy Wuggy to kill her. He refuses, keeping Chun-Li alive. I'm guessing her injury isn't doing that good then, if she's begging for death. Thomas the Train explores the arena. Sully collects fruit from a tree. Smurfette travels to higher ground. Steve, Stitch, and Oswald hunt for other tributes. Blue tries to spear a fish with a trident. Again, bro? Blue be like, bah, 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 bah. 5 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Sub-Zero, Teardrop, Mystique, Aqua, and Megamind. Stitch receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Huggy Wuggy forces Blue to kill Oswald or Cookie Monster. She decides to kill Oswald. No, Oswald. But I guess Blue made, like, a smart choice. Like, I wouldn't want to try to fight and kill Cookie Monster. Megaman attempts to start a fire, but is unsuccessful. Steve and Smurfette talk about the tribute still alive. Hatsune Miku poisons Chun-Li's drink, but mistakes it for her own and dies. Come on, Hatsune Miku. Okay, maybe she shouldn't have tried to start killing people. Also, the fact that Hatsune Miku died the same way that Genie tried to kill her is kind of crazy. Blue is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. Thomas the Train and Sully talk about the tribute still alive. Chun-Li questions her sanity. Cookie Monster sprains his ankle while running away from Megaman. And that's not good for Cookie Monster. Megaman has a whole blaster on his arm. He could just shoot from long range. Steve and Blue hunt for other tributes. Sully begs for Blue to kill him. She refuses, keeping Sully alive. A lot of begging to be killed here. Speaking of begging to be killed, Thomas the Train begs for Stitch to kill him. He refuses, keeping Thomas the Train alive. And then Huggy Wuggy repeatedly stabs Smurfette to death with Sice. Oh my god, that's brutal. Huggy Wuggy, what is wrong with you? 3 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Oswald, Hatsune Miku, and Smurfette. Blue and Blue tell stories about themselves to each other. Thomas the Train attacks Chun-Li, but Sully protects her, killing Thomas the Train. Chun-Li just keeps lucking out. Like, she has to be grateful that Sully just protected her right there. Megaman kills Cookie Monster with a sickle. Dang, so Megaman did catch up to Cookie Monster. Steve passes out from exhaustion. Bro still has no hunger bar. Stitch destroys Huggy Wuggy's supplies while he is asleep. Dang, that's kind of smart for Stitch to do. He just saw what Huggy Wuggy did to Smurfette, and he's like, I'm not letting Huggy Wuggy do that to me. The cornucopias replenish with food, supplies, weapons, and memoirs from the tribute's families. Blue decides not to go to the feast. Megaman decides not to go to the feast. Sully decides not to go to the feast. Blue decides not to go to the feast. Chun-Li sets an explosive off, killing Stitch and Steve. Damn, Chun-Li's back to play! And killing Stitch, the menace. And also poor Steve.
I am placing blocks and shit cause I'm in the
Huggy Wuggy decides not to go to the feast. Huggy Wuggy, Megaman, and Blue hunt for the tributes. Sully questions his sanity. And Chun-Li defeats Blue in a fight but spares her life. You can't just kill a dog. And these right here are the final contestants. One of these are gonna be the one to win. I actually don't know who it could be. 4 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Thomas the Train, Cookie Monster, Stitch, and Steve. Blue receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Chun-Li also receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Now, we just saw what Chun-Li did with her previous explosives. This might be really good for her. Sully kills Megaman while he is sleeping. And Huggy Wuggy screams for help. And then Blue sets up camp for the night. Chun-Li stalks Huggy Wuggy. Stalking Huggy Wuggy is crazy. And Sully scares Blue off. Hey, wait, he scared her off. Wait, that's like his whole thing! And Blue dies from hypothermia. Blue made it this far just to die like that. To be fair, he did better than his last appearance, so you know what? Good job, Blue. 2 cannon shots can be heard in the distance, Megaman and Bloo. Sully dies from hypothermia. Okay, so I'm guessing it's like really cold then. If people are just dying now to hypothermia. Huggy Wuggy loses sight of where he is. Chun-Li cooks her food before putting a fire out. And Bloo stays awake all night. Bloo overhears Huggy Wuggy and Chun-Li talking in the distance. Interesting. 1 cannon shot can be heard in the distance, and that is Sully. Chun-Li, Bloo, and Huggy Wuggy cheerfully sing songs together. What? These are the final 3 contestants. So like getting to know each other, like they're just having fun together before they have to kill each other. Then Huggy Wuggy stabs Chun-Li with a tree branch. So the whole singing songs together might have been a trap. Huggy Wuggy might have realized that Chun-Li was stalking him, and he was like, you know what? If I like try to make her like me, maybe then like I can catch her off guard. And then Bloo falls into a pit and dies. Bloo might have just tried to run away from that whole thing, and then she just fell into a pit. And this means the winner is Huggy Wuggy from District 8. That was a phenomenal game by Huggy Wuggy. Like, Huggy Wuggy really showed me that he should have been in the Indie Games Hunger Games. Like, who knows? Like, he could have maybe won that one. Or maybe his anger of not being in that one is what drove him to win this one. Like, maybe he felt like he had to prove something, you know? And Huggy Wuggy did just that. He proved to everyone that he is the best Blue character. And here are all of the placements. So Huggy Wuggy is the winner with 2 kills. So Sully had the most kills, but Huggy Wuggy had the second most. Most disappointing showing is definitely Sonic. Most impressive though, I would say like Blue was pretty impressive. Like he did do pretty good compared to last time. Anyways, that is it for this Hunger Games Simulator video, Blue Edition. I hope you guys enjoyed. I will now be revealing the color of next video. So next Hunger Games themes color will be, drum roll, drum roll, drum roll, drum roll, green. You know the drill. Characters that are green, comment them all below. Thank you so much for watching this one. Huggy Wuggy is your winner, and goodbye.